Get in, lads. What a win last night. Newcastle United coming away from the Mazuma Stadium against Morecambe in the League Cup. And of course, we came away 7-0 winners against the League Two side. Now, if you look at Newcastle's side going into the game, you've got to be thinking that is a guaranteed win. But we have been upset before by lower league opposition, but last night was not the case. Looking at the way we went into that game, we absolutely dominated it from the first whistle right the way through. We absolutely took Morecambe apart. They didn't stand a chance in the game whatsoever. I'm sure, judging by the comments from the Morecambe manager as well after the game, he respected Newcastle for that. Going into the competition, showing the respect to your opposition as well, not going in there, and playing youngsters against them just because they're a lower league side, putting in a decent team and giving them a good amount of respect. And Newcastle United went into the game with some pretty good mentality, coming away with a very, very good win, and a win that has broke a record for Newcastle United as well, being that it is now the biggest away win we have had in 50 years in league or cup competitions, which is amazing, to be able to break a record that has been standing for 50 years. If we look at the players that scored in the game as well, you'll be quite surprised that Joelinton got a double in the game, one on the 5th minute and then one on the 31st minute as well. The 31st minute goal for me from Joelinton was absolute amazing bit of play, absolutely out of this world strike. Had to be a good 35-yarder from Joelinton into the back of the net. Absolutely sensational bit of play by him on that one. You've got to give him credit on that, but there is one thing that I do want to pick it on Joelinton's part in that game, and it was after he scored the first goal on the 5th minute. He had a follow-up chance straight after it with Jacob Murphy playing a beautiful cross into the back of the box, and it just pinged off the far post. Joelinton was right there when it pinged off the post. He could have just smacked it into the back of the net. The instincts of a striker would have just kicked in, and with the likes of Alan Shearer or something like that, and he would have just put it in the back of the net. But Joelinton, for some reason, he froze. I think he was wanting to see if it would go in, to allow Jacob Murphy to get a goal. But when you're a striker, you've got to be greedy. You've got to get as many goals as you can get, and that was absolutely there for the taking. If he had scored that, along with the other 2 goals he got, he would have had a hat-trick in the game. But at the end of the year, that's the only thing I want to pick it from Joelinton in the game, that he didn't score that absolute sitter chance that he had. But even though, you've got to give him respect, he played absolutely sensational against Morecambe. Yes, it is a League Two side at the end of the day, but he still put in a very good, noteworthy performance against them as well. Looking at the other goal scorers, we had Miguel Almiron do an absolutely amazing rounding of the goalkeeper and scoring on the 20th minute. Jacob Murphy on the 27th minute scored an absolutely amazing goal as well. Isaac Hayden in 45 plus 2 minutes scored an absolutely amazing goal, similar to Joelinton's second. Jamal Lascelles, after the break, put in Newcastle's 6th of the game, which is absolutely sensational, off of a cross from Matt Ritchie as well. And then, of course, Matt Ritchie got on the score sheet as well, or he should have been on the score sheet if not for a deflection off of the Morecambe captain, who ended up claiming the goal at the end of the match. But Matt Ritchie did an absolutely amazing back heel flick, and it went into the back of the net as well to round it up to 7 goals to Newcastle. We proceeded through into the 4th round to take on, of course, Newport County. Now, the last time we played Newport County, if we just look back to that, the last time we played Newport County was previous visit was back in 1947, of course beaten in a 4-2 game in a Division 2 fixture at Southerton Park, after of course having won the first game 13-0 on Tyneside. Of course that ground is now a housing estate, and of course Newport County, since they were reformed in 1989, are now playing, of course, at Rodney Parade, where Newcastle will, of course, take them on. That'll be in the fourth round. That'll be after, of course, the game where we'll play against Spurs, which hopefully I will be having a Spurs fan on the channel if I can get him on. You've seen him on the channel before. His name's Jordan Pomeroy. He will possibly be coming back on the channel again for a mix match preview of that game. If I can get him on, then he'll be coming on and giving his side of the opinion for the Spurs fans that are watching the video. If not, then it'll just be another match preview from myself, giving, of course, my best opinion going into the game against Spurs on the 27th. Till next time, I would like to say, if you could please subscribe and like the video as well. That would mean a lot. And also, I'll see you all next time. How are the lads?